Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And oh man, I am so excited to get this guy open. We are looking at the Darth Maul by Hot Toys. This is a 2.0 figure. They, really one of their first figures that they did was a Darth Maul, and that figure has been kind of known in the community as just one of the best Hot Toys of all time. So when they make a 2.0 of when they're improving on one of their best figures of all time, you're in for a treat. And this guy looks absolutely incredible. When he was revealed initially, the just quality of the head sculpt took the community by storm, and everyone was instantly hype for this figure. And just getting out the Sith Speeder again for collectors is just absolutely fantastic, as it is an iconic vehicle, and really just Hot Toys doing some of these really cool vehicles and creatures like the Dewback, the AT-RT, the Bark Speeders, and now this Sith Speeder again. I just love it, as Star Wars is known for its vehicles and creatures and stuff like that. So getting these pieces in the collection, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So let's take a closer look at this guy. Real quick, taking a little closer look at the packaging here. Pretty standard Hot Toys packaging. It is a bit wider, obviously, with that speeder in there. But I just love these wraparound banners showing off different poses of the figure. And yeah, as you can see right here, this dude just looks absolutely fantastic. And just the red on this box pops. And yeah, it's just really nice presentation. But it is a Hot Toy. Why would you ever leave a Hot Toys in the package? So let's get him out of the package. All right, now this guy, it's a big tray, so bear with me here, but I did just want to show off the packaging, as I do think it's pretty clever here. We do have Darth Maul, obviously. Again, apologies for the glare, everything like that. I did not take the initial clam tray off. But then you lift him up, and the speeder and his robe and some more accessories are under there. And yeah, I just thought that was a really cool way to package this without, making the box too big. It just kind of condenses everything into, they're not trying to take up a bunch of space, which is just very appreciated. And yeah, just a cool way. I like that the speeder and everything is just right underneath. Very simple unboxing experience, and I think Hot Toys is just, really, they know what they're doing at this point when it comes to the unboxing experience. All right, and starting off with the speeder here, this thing is just so cool. The paintwork, textures, everything like that is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Yeah, I'm really liking the look of it, even the little bit of weathering, the texture on his seat here, just everything just looks absolutely fantastic. And I do believe this is USB powered. As you can see right there, there is a USB port. And this thing lights up. Now, I don't exactly know what all lights up, but I do believe this back piece here lights up, and probably, maybe the screen there. But if you guys are familiar with me on the channel, I don't do a ton of the light up features in the display, so I probably just won't mess with a ton of that. But it is cool that they include that for people that want to light up their figures and everything like that. And as I said, there are more accessories under the package here. We do have a nice display base, which, if I can get this clam tray off, we do have just some really cool accessories in my opinion. We do have a nice acrylic rod here for his little droid, and then the more sturdy, thick acrylic rod for the actual speeder bike. That does plug in right here. The base is very nice. It is a big base. Obviously, you want a sizable, support for the speeder bike, and yeah, it looks very nice and clean in my opinion. I know some people did not like the kind of angular shape of it, but the cool part is that it does come with another, this is basically a piece that you could put over top and either make it Tatooine or make it look like he is standing on the kind of walkways, I guess you would say, on Naboo, and make it look like he is battling Qui-Gon or Obi-Wan or both, even though we do not have a Padawan Obi-Wan yet, which in my opinion is a little bit not disappointing. I think he is coming eventually, but I really, really want a Padawan Obi-Wan. If you haven't seen it already, I do have a top 10 most wanted Hot Toys figures. That is my last video. So if you want to go see what Hot Toys I want to see the most in the line, go check that out. But we do have the nice little probe droid here that flies around. Very cool that they included that. I just love the little world building aspects that they include with these Hot Toys figures. And we also do have his binoculars, and as always, just immaculate weathering, paintwork, detail. I mean, these look so good. Just absolutely fantastic. And he also does come with a nice flight pole here, so you could have him jumping around, doing all types of acrobatic, Darth Maul type moves. And we do have the clamp to kind of hold him up in the air if you wanted to display him that way. Very cool. Obviously, not like a huge criticism, but I would like to see them throw in just standard crotch grabbers when they do the flight stands, as not everyone wants to have their figure posed mid-air. That's just not something I love to do in the display. So, but I think I've been posing a lot of my Hot Toys without the stands in general, so I think they're sturdy enough to stand on their own. And just taking a quick look at the speeder again before we move on to Darth Maul himself. Again, just so cool that we have this in the Hot Toys line. Obviously, we have seen this before, but this is updated. I mean, it has the paint apps, the updated technology, I guess, with the USB port and everything like that. So I think it is just very cool to get that in the display again and out for new collectors, as that original Darth Maul did climb up pretty hefty on the aftermarket. And even though it was considered one of the best Hot Toys figures of all time, it still was an older figure. So just getting these figures out and improving upon them for the newer collectors is just an absolute win in my opinion. All right, now getting Darth Maul himself out here. Obviously, usually in my reviews, I do take all the plastic little bits and pieces off before doing this segment, but I did want to leave these on just because I wanted to show the kind of protection that Hot Toys lends itself when packaging figures like this with, sharp pointy horns. First off, though, we have to talk about probably the most hype accessory in the bunch. We do have the collectible coin. I know this is everyone's favorite accessory. Some good ASMR for you there, but yeah, these are kind of gimmicky in my opinion. I don't like, some people hate that they include them. I'm not one of those people at all. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's taking... as you all have seen, this figure comes with plenty of accessories, so I don't think it's taking away any accessories for this guy. But kind of cool, you know, little collectible coins. They actually are metal, so that is cool. There's some heft to them. But yeah, you know, it's something that probably will always stay in the box for me. I don't really see a way of displaying them where it looks, you know, cool or anything like that. But obviously this guy does come with a ton of accessories, some nice hands, all the kind of force gesture hands that you would want, lightsaber wielding hands. He also does come with a swap out wrist gauntlet type deal, glove piece that has his little control pad for the probe droid. And I think that's very cool, as I just love, I don't know what it is, but the like aesthetic of Darth Maul showing up on Tatooine. I love that scene in The Phantom Menace when he just is using just one side of his lightsaber. You know, he has the double-bladed lightsaber, but he's only showing one blade so far. So I don't know what it is, but I love that scene, and especially him in the hood. The cloak, the black cloak, just looks absolutely amazing, and him battling Qui-Gon on Tatooine is just one of my favorite sequences in all of Star Wars. And although this one I'm not planning on displaying with the cloak on, I will be getting a second one of these guys, and he will specifically, I'm buying him specifically to display him cloak on, and I'm really excited about that. But as always, fantastic lightsaber paintwork by Hot Toys here, and as you can see, he does come with some light up options for the blades and everything like that, so that is very cool. He also does come with kind of a swap out piece where it looks like his lightsaber is cut in half from Obi-Wan, and that is just cool in my opinion that you can recreate that sequence. Again, we really need a Padawan Obi-Wan in the line. I think it's a blatant hole in the Hot Toys collection, and yeah, we just need him. So yeah, taking a quick look, obviously the foam pad on top to protect the horns, that is just very cool. And obviously there's almost always plastic around the head sculpts when unpackaging them, and oh my goodness, the horns are sharp, like legit sharp, like they're sharp. And the detail, guys, look at those teeth, those eyes, oh my goodness. And this is another reason I really want two of these guys. I will be putting these head sculpts to use. These are too good not to use. Funny enough, I had never thought I would get the Clone Wars Maul in my collection. I just never loved that Solo head sculpt. Even though it's good and accurate, I just, you know, in my headcanon, Darth Maul just doesn't look like that. And even, it's funny because it's Ray Park, but it's Ray Park, you know, 20 years older. So in my mind, this is Darth Maul, and I'm specifically getting a Clone Wars Darth Maul for these head sculpts. You know, obviously, if you're displaying one is in the box being unused, so you might as well throw it on a spare Darth Maul, and I think one of these head sculpts on the Clone Wars Darth Maul body will just improve that figure tenfold, and I just cannot wait to do that in the collection. And I do plan on making a video dedicated to showing that process. I did see the initial idea from 1/6 Lover on Instagram. He did it, and I know plenty of other Instagram creators and YouTubers did that head swap as well. taking this guy out of the package. I'm trying to figure out the best way to take him out, so bear with me here. All right. Holy crap. So Hot Toys, if you're familiar with Hot Toys, they put plastic around the arms and around the feet, and as you saw, there was one around his waist. Now, sometimes you can just pull them off, no problem. Other times, it's like they want those plastic pieces permanently on there. And as much as I love Hot Toys, and I love and appreciate that they package these figures securely and they don't want, scuffs on anything or any material getting like fused together in, the transit. As obviously, especially in the summertime, some of those delivery vehicles probably get pretty hot. So, like I said, I appreciate the amount of effort they put into packaging the $300 figures very nicely. But oh my gosh, sometimes it just is the most annoying thing. You're so hyped to get this figure out of the package, and you're sitting there trying to carefully untape the tape around, like frickin' wrap so tight around this figure. I had to vent real quick. Crash out mode for a second there. But oh my goodness, guys. And especially like taking it off the boots, like made me just really like, these boots are just so detailed, and just the overall proportions, the head sculpt, the tailoring. This looks like a miniature Ray Park Darth Maul. This is quite honestly insane. I've been saying it in some of my last videos. I think the Anakin Skywalker Padawan likeness is the best in the Star Wars line. And I've been saying Darth Maul could take that spot. I think it's game over. I think this is the best head sculpt that Hot Toys has ever done. Obviously, it lends itself being, someone in face makeup and also makeup on their, the horns. But look at those horns, dude. I mean, dude, come on. This thing looks so freaking good. So, first impressions, I'm truly blown away. And the funny thing is I knew I would be. I mean, I've been hearing the hype about this figure, and it's been sitting in the box in my room for like 2 weeks now, and finally getting this guy open. Oh my goodness, I'm over the moon. I 100% am getting a second one. I mean, I almost want to get a third one. This thing is so good. All right, now getting this guy all the way out of the package. Oh my goodness. Very intensive unboxing experience, I will say that, if this is like your first Hot Toy. I mean, it was even a lot for me. It's a lot. And I've unboxed a few vehicles. I have two ATRTs and 2 frickin' Bark Speeders. So yeah, it's just such an intensive process getting this guy out of the package. But oh my goodness, seeing him sitting here in front of me, oh boy, so freaking hype. I can't even believe how good this figure looks. This head sculpt is really just the star of the show, in my opinion. I mean, that is Ray Park through and through. The skin texture, everything about this is just a 10. Like, look at that skin texture on the black part of his face. Like, it literally, oh my goodness, it is so good. And sometimes I say that Hot Toys don't like show up the detail, cameras soften details just like a little bit, unless like I could maybe try filming this in like 8K, but yeah, this thing is absolutely amazing, and it is honestly, in person, it just blows you away. The proportions, the detail, the overall just feel of the figure is just 10 out of 10. I'm almost like, this is maybe a top 3 hot toy of all time in my opinion. And taking another quick look at the alternate head sculpt, just, I mean, same goes for this. It's just absolutely phenomenal what they can do with these head sculpts nowadays, and with the moving eyes, it just adds so much versatility. So let's try some eye movements. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Just the eye movement alone just adds so much versatility to a head sculpt. And man, this is why I love Hot Toys so much. I glaze them, forever. I am the ultimate Hot Toy shill, if you will. But, I mean, come on, dude. Look at that. And you can go crazy with it. I mean, like, you could have Darth Maul just freaking crashing out on the shelf. Like, man, it is so freaking good. But I think some, like, slight side eye, tilted up, look at that. That just looks absolutely badass. And, I mean, he looks like he's gonna rip your head off. Alright guys, so at the end of the day, this set is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I would even, and obviously recency bias is always, something to keep in mind, but I think this will stand the test of time, and I honestly think this is a top 3 Star Wars Hot Toys of all time. It might even be top 2, guys. It is that freaking good. Just the accessories it comes with, and like I said, the first one that they did 10 years ago, probably at this point, was considered one of the best of all time itself. So if this improves upon that, it's a no question. I think any Star Wars fan needs to get this figure. If you collect Hot Toys, get this figure. I don't think the speeder is necessary. I'm probably gonna grab 2 more of these guys. I want one riding the speeder. I'll probably grab 2 more standards. And I'll have this one riding the speeder, another one in his cloak, and then, a third one just kind of like how this is displayed right here. Obviously without the speeder. But, yeah, I don't think the speeder is all that necessary. It is very cool, and I'm in love with 1/6 scale vehicles. So, I really I have all the Star Wars vehicles so far, so this was something that I definitely needed in my collection, and I am so happy that we have a perfect, and I mean perfect, representation of Darth Maul. Alright, and I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Shout out to my channel members. Y'all are top G's, and if you want to see videos like this early, feel free to join my channel membership. You pretty much get to see all my reviews early, and yeah, just such a good figure. I know I really tend to glaze Hot Toys quite a bit, but figures like this is the reason why. This is so lifelike. I mean, you guys see it right here. It is so good. Go get this figure. Like I said, I don't think the speeder is necessary, but you can get just Darth Maul without the speeder bike. But if you want the speeder bike, it's a fantastic set. It is truly like a Hot Toys deluxe. So many accessories and bits and pieces that come with him. Yeah, the head sculpts alone I think are worth it. And can upgrade your older Darth Maul figures. You know, like I said, Clone Wars Darth Maul, even the original Phantom Menace Darth Maul, you could throw one of the head sculpts on that and basically have two of these guys, because yes, I think the body and everything is upgraded on this guy, but like I said, that older figure is great, so throwing a new head sculpt on that would make it pretty much just as good as this. So yeah, just really amazing work by Hot Toys. I can't even glaze them enough. So anyway, thank you all once again. As always, may the Force be with you. Ayy.